Good afternoon. I am Antonio Harris Farmer, and here are my answers for this week's video discussion. Question number one. Within the first 2 minutes of the video, it tells us that they are looking for how rideshare companies like Uber and Lyft use algorithms to determine the pricing of rides and how drivers are paid for these rides. Question number two. At the 4 minute mark of the video, the narrator tells us that they are going to compare prices of these rideshare apps by having some of their team pose as drivers and others pose as riders on these apps. By doing so, they are collecting primary data by using or conducting a field research, so to speak, since they themselves are putting themselves in the shoes of the people who use these apps every day. Moving forward. Question number three. Some controls that were accounted for within the video as listed at 5 minutes and 27 seconds into the video were the location of the drivers, them monitoring any incoming promotions, and them repeatedly refreshing their screens to see if any bonuses or other promotions came up. What they found was that many of these ride-share apps like Uber and Lyft showcase a prominent wage disparity between the price of the ride and the earnings offered by the drivers. Specifically, in Uber's case, it showed that 63% of drivers suffered from an algorithmic wage disparity, or even with women drivers earning 7% less for rides that their male counterparts take. Question number four. At the 4 minute and 50-second mark of the video, it explains how drivers suffering from this wage disparity, as previously mentioned, are missing out on hundreds of dollars taken away to them. In the example given in the video, the driver calculates how, after a month, a driver losing out on a $3 bonus is actually missing out on $300 a month for these rides, which could seriously impact someone's living situation or income. Question number five. A variable that was not taken into account by the researchers were any algorithms that Uber and Lyft could have been running behind the scenes to determine the wages for their drivers, as stated at 5 minutes and 35 seconds into the video. Question number six. Another way that these researchers could have obtained the data for their experiment would be to conduct a survey within a certain radius of any given area of a city, so to speak. And based on the surveys of riders and drivers alike, they could compare how the price of rides at similar or the same differences are priced, and how drivers taking these rides at similar or the same distance are paid for these drives, which I believe could give them data showing a disparity in wages. Question number seven. Based on the methods used in the video, this group of individuals would not be able to get the results that they achieved, since if they had not worked together, a variable like the location of drivers could have skewed any results given, therefore miscalculating the wage disparity that some drivers could face. Some consequences of surveillance pricing by major corporations would be that those vulnerable and suffering from various ailments would be preyed upon with higher prices or necessities. Like the example given at 11 minutes and 6 seconds into the video, someone looking up the price of Tylenol would find that prices would have increased due to their added need of that item. But this could extend to any other item and wouldn't be limited to Tylenol. Finally, with the last question, I don't think this is unique to Uber or Lyft, since a lot of corporations, especially major corporations, are driven by a profit-first business model, prioritizing earnings for themselves over earnings for, say, their employees or those buying the products, raising prices making things less affordable. Thank you.